Hello everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, January 15th, 2013. Let's get right into the charts and do a quick update. Let's look at the SPY. Pretty much everything I've been calling out is pretty much coming to fruition, guys. I said consolidation here, we'll hit the next level, see how it will contend with the next level, and I predicted we'll get some sideways action. And these lines have stayed the same, guys. Watch my previous videos, it's not that hard. It's probably a few videos away. I've mentioned that probably see some sideways action here until we can get to the next level, and then same thing on this next level at 148 on the SPY. So right now it looks like the volume is really light and we're just floating up until we get the next issue that's coming up on the debt ceiling on the middle of middle of February. So we have to see how that all plays out. From now to the end of February to the end of January, I don't see it hitting this level. And when we get more towards the debt ceiling issue, I think we might start seeing some volatility here. But right now, market's looking fine, still holding above this head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder pattern. Let's look at some of the other charts that I always update you guys on. Let's start with Google. Google was a nice short coming up, but never quite got there. Went to the 75% retrace, got into this previous support here, now resistance, and now pulling back right into this trend line that I also called out. Actually, if it makes one more hit up here, this trend line will break because it's been the fourth hit or more. So this is still looking like a great opportunity, guys. Maybe it coincides with the SPY when it gets to that 150 level or 148. I think that might be a good shot on the short side on Google. Let's look at Amazon. Same thing, guys. Every chart I look at, been just pretty much nailing it. Sideways action. I didn't tell any calls this time because I said once you've consolidated this level, it's ready to break higher. And this is when it makes another leg up. That's when you want to actually go ahead and maybe sell some $300 calls up all the way up here. And there's no real level to actual short. Maybe the $300 level, it appears. If you get like a doji candle or a spinning top or a hammer candle, some to that nature, you can look to short. But right now, nothing really to do much on Amazon. But pretty much levels been working out perfectly, guys. Let's look at Apple. Apple once again nailed it. I said once the $505 level breaks, this thing is going downtown Charlie Brown, and that's exactly what we're getting. Nice sell-off candle here. Let me zoom this in. Let me tell you guys what I'm looking at now. If this was a triangle, the measured move does take you all the way down pretty far, guys. All the way down to the 420 level, which is a major gap fill area. Okay, so it's funny how these measured moves line up exactly with a nice gap fill. That's very intriguing nonetheless, okay, to say the least. That's a very nice pattern, guys, off downward consolidation. That usually means there's further downside after a big down leg and consolidation, and now we're finally getting that. If you were buying this level at 500, you must have been just crazy, because it was a gap down, a clear gap down below all these levels. That's a very weak sign. That's an indication that this bearish pattern is playing out, and the measured move pretty much did play out for this smaller pattern, but the bigger pattern does still say further downside. So I would be very careful with Apple. I think the first stop it does make off the weekly chart, we are making a bear flag. That measured move takes us to around 465. Okay, so based off this bear flag, the measured move does take us to roughly 460-ish area, which is a 382 retrace. So that, and also it coincides with this trend line that dates way back on this crazy run since 2009. Okay, so that's going to be a major trend line, and we're pretty much right there. Okay, so I expect some pause sideways action right around this area. It could go down to the 460 area this week, but I believe it doesn't get any lower than that this week. But you might get a nice bounce, maybe retest the $500 level, because important support now becomes resistance. So look for a back test here, and I think that's where you can actually short this. But earnings does come into play next week, so it's very difficult to there's a big catalyst, so it's very difficult to see what will happen. But the chart is saying there is further downside, so let's see how that all plays out. Let's look at the IWM. I think we're actually breaking out to new highs on IWM. So usually IWM is a leading indicator. We did break and close above this trend line, so it looks like IWM is doing very well. The Qs pretty much same in that staying the same range that I've been calling out. So nothing much doing there. The VIX did find support at my double, triple bottom, whatever I called out. So that's holding up well. So we just got to see how this all plays out. The VIX is very, very oversold, so I do expect some kind of volatility in the coming days. It's due for a bounce, and it's very extended from the moving averages. Is there anything else I want to take a look at? I believe that's pretty much everything. Not much going here. Slow week for me so far. It's pretty much sitting on the sidelines, but I will update you guys with anything else. That's all I'm seeing right now, guys. I hope you guys have a great one. Trade it well. I will talk to you guys next time.